So good morning, everyone. So this will be our fourth discussion or fourth topic to be discussed in our TQM. So this is a pre-recorded video because I know that many of you are having signal problems. So this is a pre-recorded video. So for chapter 4, we are going to talk about employee involvement. Okay, so what is the involvement of the employees in TQM? So the objectives of this chapter are to learn the importance of employee motivation and empowerment, appreciate team building and team training, and apply the principles of performance appraisal, performance recognition, and award as means to attain and sustain quality productivity. So, what is employee motivation? Why is it important to be motivated? There are two reasons why Japanese are so successful in quality control. This is why Japanese or Japan is being held as a great example in TQM. Okay? So there are two reasons now. Number one, strong motivation of the employees. And number two, employees have positive attitude towards their business organization. So as you can notice, these two reasons being highlighted, merong involvement si employees. Because again, paulit-ulit nating pinag-uusapan or sinasabi that employees are very vital for the success of the organization. Okay? So, employee motivation. Companies may have clearly defined policies, procedures, and guidelines of the organization. Still, there shall be lots of deviation of employees for lack of motivation in doing their jobs. In fact, business organization with good employee involvement will need few written direction for employees to follow. So again, we need to motivate our employees because like what I have said before, motivated employees or employees that are well handled will do more than what is expected. Diba? For example, going back to our example dati, yung quota system. If the employee is well compensated and well appreciated by the management, he will do more than just his quota. So kung ito yung quota niya, for example, 100 units to be sold for the month, kung siya well compensated, tsaka well motivated, then he will do more, di ba? Ganun lang naman yun. Motivating factors includes improving the moral or the perception of the employee to himself, improving job skills, utilizing hindi kasi siya maklaro kasi nagtabunan. So, utilizing power and timely communication skills, having a safe work environment, exercising good management skills, acknowledging that job security is important. So those were very important factors that needs to be done in order to motivate the employee. Okay? So employee motivation again, effective communication is one of the keys to motivation. So employees need to know that they are important as individuals, not as numbers. So for those who are employed, meron kasi tayong tinatawag rin na employee number. So in that employee number, it is a distinct number which is assigned to each employee. There are a lot of organization and a lot of companies that are employing employee number in order for it to have an easier profile of the employees. For example, 0001 is employee A. 0002 is employee B. So depende yan siya sa numbering ng organization. But there are organizations that are numbering the employees. Now, with that number, I am not saying na yung number na yun yung reflected dito sa ginahambag na number. But it is an example or showing that we can gather information or the organization have a number of employees. For example, Pulo, buy and take employees. We need to treat them as person. we need to treat them as individuals. We need to treat them as a fellow, 'di ba? Hindi lang uy, ikaw, isa ka sa mga empleyado ko. Oh, 'di ba? That's not good. There are also hierarchy according to the motivation theory of Dr. Abraham H. Maslow. So the hierarchy theory are level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So level 1, survival. Level 2, security. Level 3, social. Level 4, esteem. And level 5, self-actualization. So basically, these are just the hierarchy theory or yung ano ba yung mga needs ng mga employees that needs to be addressed by the organization. Ito yung mga hahanapin ni employee in order for him to decide whether to stay or to leave an organization. Number 1, bakit ba siya andyan? Ano ba yung basic na talaga needs ni employees? Number 1, survival. Kaya nga siya nagtatrabaho in order for him or for her to give him means to live, di ba? Para sa sweldo. Para din ang sweldo, pambakal pagkaon, pangbayad sa renta sa balay kung nagrenta lang, pambakal sa mga bayo, pangbaon sa mga bata, bayad sa kuryente, bayad sa utang. So that's survival. Level 2 is security. Safe place and job security. When we say safe place, it means that it is free from danger. So wala sa mga gapamusulanay sa lugar nga na, and so on and so forth. And when we say naman na job security, it means that he or she is being secured na may trabaho siya for a long time. Di ba? Hindi man bala nga daw, unlike the contractuals, di ba? Kasi kung contractual ka, you know na after nang ma-mature ang contract mo, wala na. It's either they will renew you or not. So when we say job security, it means parang ma-consider siya as regular employee na, that he or she can be secured na may trabaho siya bukas. Okay? Nasa kanya na yan if aalis siya or hindi, or he will be terminated or not. With just means naman. Number 3, social. Because we are people. And normally, people, introvert man yan or extrovert, they need to feel that they belong. Hindi yung others siya. Okay? Now, there is a great misconception regarding introverts. Okay? Sa introvert, because basically, I am an introvert personally. Ha? I am an introvert. So, ano ba yung ginahambangan need to be belong? Yung parang feeling lang bala na kasali siya sa organization. Whether gusto niya loner siya or hindi, basta kasali siya sa organization. That's the need of an employee. Hindi man need to be belong, tanan na lang activities or tanan na lang istoryahanay, gusto niya ara siya. No, that's not the need to be belong. Ano lang siya, ma-feel niya lang na important siya or kasali siya sa organization. And number 4, esteem. So relates to pride and self-worth. Like what I have said before, motivated employees will do more because they are being given pride by the organization, and their self-worth is clear. And then the self-actualization. So Sigmund Freud also have the theory X. So theory X characterizes employees as given below: avoid work, no ambition, no initiative, do not take responsibility, and need security. So to make the employees work, management has to do the following: reward, coerce, intimidate, and motivate. Okay? Hindi kasi siya makita sa yung pinakalalim na portion ng slide because natabunan siya sining daw buttons. So please just view the PowerPoint presentation also. Douglas McGregor theory of why naman want to learn, work is a natural activity, have self-discipline, and develop themselves. So employees do not get motivated as much by any reward, but they seek free all by themselves. If the managers can guide the employees in identifying challenging jobs, the potentials of the employees will be realized. Okay? So another one task rin naman ni manager is to release the potential of each employee. So kung may potential siya for management, then the management should also hone him to be a good manager. Kung potential siya nga grabe siya productive siya, then the management should also hone him or challenge him nga maging productive siya. And Frederick Herzberg's theory, yung hygiene theory, is the minimum that every employee requires for not being dissatisfied. Without the above, the employee will get dissatisfied. So these are the basic needs. And then the motivation. So it's just the different sets of principles being set by different theories. So similarly, they will give different perceptions or different views, but the point is, well-motivated employees will do more. Yun yung main concept talaga ng lesson. Okay? So motivation factors, according to Herzberg, includes achievement, recognition, interest, responsibility for enlarged tasks, and growth and advancement to higher level tasks. So employee empowerment. So empowerment, as defined by Xerox Corporate Management Institute, is an organizational state where people are aligned with business direction and understand their performance boundaries, thus enabling them to take responsibility and ownership while seeking improvements, identifying the best course of action, and identifying steps to satisfy customer requirement. So with the empowerment kasi, it's more of empowering now the employees. What do you mean by empowering now the employees? They are giving more authority by the organization. So, for example, they are being allowed by the organization to do more than what is the standard in order to solve the problem. Because this is actually happening in the government. No? Sa government kasi, merong standard. So kung ganito yung problema, ganito lang yung solusyon. Kung amo na yung problema, amo na yung dapat ang pag-solve sina. Now, different people needs different solutions. And different people can do different solutions depending on the situation. Yung parang dapat ano siya ng flexible. That's the term. Dapat flexible because it doesn't mean kung amo na yung problema, amo na ang solusyon na available. Di ba? For example, ang problema is paano ka mag-come up sa 6. Let number 6. Okay? So, pwede nga 3 plus 3. Pwede nga 3 times 2. Pwede nga 5 plus 1. Pwede nga 1 plus 5. Pwede nga 2 plus 4. Diba? There are a lot of ways paano mo maaabot yung 6 na answer. Yun yung gina-point ko, diba? With the empowerment, the organization is giving more authority than the usual to the person. Okay? So, empowerment means transfer of responsibility of satisfying customer to employees. It means that the employees own the process of satisfying the customers. They conduct themselves as if they are the owner of the process, who know that they cannot get profit in the customers, both internal and external, are not satisfied. If they are not satisfied. So, ano yung ibig sabihin dito? It means lang, yung empowerment, ginahatagta ang responsibility sa employees. Okay? Ginahatagta ang responsibility sa employees to give us the solution, to give us the goal that we want. So, for example, ang goal is makabaligya sang 10 units sang product na ginabaligya ta. Depende na paano ka magbaligya. Either manglibot ka, either may tawagan kang magbakal, either medyo panubuon mo ang presyo, or palabaon mo ang terms ng pagbayad kung installment. So depende na siya sa inyo. So that's an example of empowerment. So employee improvement. Empowerment is an understanding of who I am. How do I relate to higher management? How do I relate to fellow employees? How do I change my old ways and what is expected of me? So that is empowerment. Employees will be more motivated to accomplish organizational goals and objectives if they have authority to make decisions. This is the most important part of employee empowerment. or involvement. So to make decisions more than the standard. Okay? So more than the standard. For example, anong example sina? With our online classes. Di ba sa online classes may ara kita sa schedule. Pero kung hindi motivated si employee, mag-stick siya sa schedule whether may signal ka mo or wala. Pero kung motivated si employee to teach you or motivated si teacher to teach you, then he or she will be the one to find means na makaklase ka mo. It's either i-move niya ang klase sa oras nga okay ang signal or i-move niya ang klase nga imbes nga 8 to 5, ginimo niya nga lampas 5 p.m. kay tungod may mga ubra ang mga estudyante. So depende yan siya sa management also. If they will allow the employee to do that or not. Now with team building is a fundamental part of the empowerment process. One basic barrier in team building is resistance from supervisors. Supervisors play a key role in effective team building, and without their support, it will fail. So, what is this team building? It is just building the teamwork between the team, di ba? Ano lang siya, parang we need to understand that the organization needs the leader and the cooperation of the employee. So, that's just the team building. So common reasons na lang why supervisors do not support empowering teams are reluctance to give up power. Ito yung common talaga. Preconceived ideas about subordinates, need to set a good example, job sensitivity, can do it better, fear of looking bad, and ultimately held accountable. Because if you have an empowered team, you need to have a great leader. You need to have a secured leader na hindi siya maka-feel some fear nga matapakan siya. That is why it is very important also. So for team building, team is defined as a group of individuals working together to achieve common goals and objectives. So teams are successful because of the emphasis placed on individuals. So that's self-explanatory. Okay, so there are 4 stages of team development. We have forming, storming, norming, and performing. So for forming, which is the exploration period for the team. Okay, for the storming naman, which is the stage that has rivals within the team. For norming, which is a happy, harmonious relationship for the team. And performing, which is the stage where effective decisions do. Okay, so forming, parang nangangapa pa kayo. Okay, nangangapa, bago pa. Okay, bago pa lang, harap pa lang mo sa formation, di ba? Kumbaga pa sa klase, first week sa klase. Okay, sa storming, medyo gagawa na ang mga ideas. And now, we need to understand that ideas are different from one person to the other. That is why storming siya, because magbabanggaan na ang mga ideas. Okay? Sa norming naman, after ng banggaan ng ideas, we will be having to come up with the best solution. So magiging happy na ang lahat, magiging okay na, hopefully. And then performing is just doing what we have, doing what is being planned doon sa norming process. So for team building, again, hindi na ako mag-explore dyan. It's self-explanatory and the PowerPoint is already given. So training is very important for an effective team. The Quality Council must take an active role in establishing the training program. Large business organizations spend thousands of money in team training. So there are a lot of organizations that they start their operations, for example, before the start of the school year or before the start of the accounting year or the operational year, they do conduct team building activities and seminars. So it will be costly, but hopefully the management is hoping to get maximum optimum results from that. Okay. So steps in team training process, you can read that one. And then the team training, performance appraisal. So the objective of performance appraisal is to improve performance, let employees know how they are doing, and provide a basis for promotions, salary increases, counseling, and other purposes related to an employee's future. So employees should be made aware of the appraisal process, what is evaluated, and how often. So employees should be told how they are doing on a continuous basis, not just at appraisal time. So appraisal should point out strengths and weaknesses as well as how performance can be improved. So again, when we say lang na performance appraisal, it means lang it's just an evaluation of the employee. So ano ba yung strength ni employee? Ano ba yung good job niya? Ano ba tong needs para sa improvement? So of course, kung need improvement, then the management should also help the employee to improve his or her skills. So appraisal format, merong ranking, narrative, graphic, and force choices. So that's the performance appraisal. The recognition and award. So recognition and award has an important role in motivation and employee satisfaction. So they are powerful moves for letting employees know they are important members in business organization. So recognition and award recognize and promote goal-related activities. Awards are a form of employees' involvement in which the organization identifies and gives recognition to employees who made a positive contribution to the organization's success. So that's self-explanatory naman. Okay? So I think that's the end of the lesson. So again, going back lang sa core concept of employee involvement, our goal lang talaga is to motivate employees so that they can give also optimum performance to benefit also the organization. So that's it for today. Thank you.